Welcome and thanks for watching. Some general cruise information. If you are in your cabin, you can check for information on your television. In these clips, you can see that there is a view from the front of the ship outward. So there is a camera mounted on the ship. And then in the next clips, you'll see slideshow on the television that shows you where you are going, where you have been, what is the time, what is the temperature. So check in on your TV and check for the information. There is a channel dedicated to this ship information. Typically on a cruise, you will arrive at port in the middle of the night, like very, very early in the morning, depending on what your itinerary is. But anytime you have an opportunity to watch the approach into the port and the docking process, check it out. We love to just explore and watch everything. Several times during our Alaskan cruise, we would wake up and my husband and I would go out to the balcony and just watch and see if we see anything, even though it's pitch black, but it was something to experience. Join us as we explore Sitka, Alaska. We docked at the cruise ship port and then we took a shuttle along Halibut Point Road, and then the shuttle drops you off in a shopping district at the corner of Lake Street and Lincoln.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dan Dan, your welcome to Sitka, Alaska. As you know, we have arrived early, and the ship has been cleared by local authorities and the guests who wish to go ashore may proceed with the gangway. We are looking on track forward. Using the forward elements forward. When going ashore, you will need your key card, a valid photo ID for that 18 years and older. If you have a Norwegian cruise line or line.
From the drop-off point, we were able to walk along a walkway next to Lincoln Street. We were headed to Sitka National Historic Park and the Tlingit Totem Pole area. There are totem poles along the way as well as you walk through the forest. That way you see him jumping up out of the water. And then look down here, you can see them all swimming around. Oh,
You see that one?
yeah. Oh, baby. After watching the fish at the Sitka Sound Science Center and watching the salmon swimming up the salmon ladder, we walked along the walkway again and continued our trek to the Tlingit Totem Pole. Here is some information about Sitka. Sitka is located on the Baranof Island in southeast Alaska along the Pacific Ocean. Surrounded by the Tlingit National Forest, the largest temperate rainforest temperate rainforest in the world. It is only accessible by boat or plane. No roads connect it to the mainland. Originally, it was inhabited by the Tlingit people, who have lived there for thousands of years. The site of the Battle of Sitka in 1804 between the Tlingit and Russian settlers. It was the capital of Russian America before being sold to the U.S. in 1867. The transfer ceremony happened in Sitka. Some of the wildlife and nature that you will see in Sitka are bald eagles, bears, sea otters, whales, and salmon. Near Mount Edgecombe, a dormant volcano similar to Japan's Mount Fuji can also be located. Sitka National Historical Park, where we are headed today, offers scenic trails and Tlingit totem poles. There are many things to do in Sitka, including wildlife watching, hiking, looking at information about the Russian and Tlingit history. You can visit the Russian Bishop's House and the Sheldon Jackson Museum. Of course, fishing. There's world-class salmon and halibut fishing, and there is also a rehabilitation center for injured birds of prey that is called the Alaska Raptor Center. During our walk back to the visitor center, my husband did see a squirrel. Then he saw another squirrel. The two squirrels were fighting over a little bit of food. It looked like a tiny mini piece of corn, or maybe a pinecone. It was kind of funny. But I didn't see squirrels mentioned in what kind of wildlife you'll see, but keep your eyes open for squirrels. And here we have arrived at the Tlingit Totem Pole. Who are the Tlingit people? They are an indigenous people of the Pacific Northwest coast of North America, primarily inhabiting the islands and coastal lands of southern Alaska. Some travel information. The best time to visit is the summer, which is May to September. That has the best weather and the longest daylight hours. Winters are relatively mild in the 30 degrees Fahrenheit range, and summers are cool, 50s to 60s Fahrenheit. It gets a lot of rain. Average annual rainfall is over 80 inches, so bring rain gear.